Wow, hello internet. Hello everybody. I totally forgot to move my microphone close. Every day it's something. Do you guys do that when like every time you go to like do something like live stream or something, it completely like you forget to do one thing? I do that all the time. Wow, okay, so I'm getting not the best stream health for some reason, and I don't know why that is, but I guess it'll be fine. Hello, random guy player, welcome. I'm gonna move you guys over here so I can see you without doing this the whole time. So that put the chat under the camera so I can like look at the people we're talking to. So yeah, there was some news today about this whole Fox Disney merger thing, and I don't know why I'm getting okay viewers maybe experiencing issues. I don't know why that is. I'm not like downloading anything or uploading anything. I got nothing running in the background. Maybe Steam's doing something. You know what? Let's close out Steam. I don't think I have anything else going. Hello, Seraph. Yeah, so I'm getting, hopefully, how's the stream quality? Hopefully it looks okay for everybody. It looks a little crummy in my on my end, but hopefully it's okay for you guys. So there was some news about the whole Disney Fox merger went through today. That was kind of a thing. I know a lot of people are kind of concerned and scared that now we'll get a PG-13 Deadpool because of it, and Disney will come in and change everything with Fox. I don't see that being a thing that's gonna happen because, well, look at like the Marvel and Pixar. They kind of operate on their own thing. Look at Lucasfilm. They operate on their own thing, you know? If Disney was really that involved in the stuff that they own, I think that they would probably be a little, well, we would probably not have had the Lucasfilm Story Group, for example. You know, if Disney were involved, they probably wouldn't have allowed Kathleen Kennedy to go in and hire a bunch of people who basically are the equivalent of, like, a bunch of nephews. But I guess they're nieces, because she only hires women. So I don't think Disney and Fox is going to be that huge of a deal. What do you guys think? Do you think it's going to be... You think it's going to be a thing? Do you think the Disney Fox thing is going to be, bad? I don't know. Oh, and there's also another story I wanted to talk about while we're live. But that's gonna be, we're gonna save that until more Star Trek Discovery people or Star Trek Discovery haters show up, because there's some kind of funny-ish sort of news sort of associated with CBS that I'm seeing here on what Twitter site is this? God, I need to just pull this up for you guys so you can see it. Okay, yeah, this actually seems legit. Let me find it. It's on Twitter here. Let me pull it up. So this is another funny thing. Did anybody hate Discovery in the crowd? I know I do. I know I certainly hate Star Trek Discovery. Hello, Geode, welcome. Wow, let me find it here. It's in my Twitter feed. Holy crap, there's a lot of stuff in my Twitter feed right now. This person. All right. So, I don't follow them. Maybe I should follow them. I actually never watched it. That's how good it was. And hello, Nerdrotic. And I agree with Mr. Flibble, STD hater, STD sucks. Yeah, everybody subscribe to Nerdrotic. They're a great channel. They do a lot of just live stuff. And they do reviews of like stuff that's actually on television instead of stuff like me that's 50 years old. Oh, like the TV I watch is all from the 60s anymore. But here, let me pull this up for you guys. So this happened. So anybody familiar with the CBS chairman Les Moonves, who doesn't know the difference between Star Trek and Star Wars, and apparently he is also part of this Me Too thing. Gee, who'da thunk? Somebody super creepy is kind of a creeper. So, somebody who basically I always kind of thought was a bit of a jerk for pushing Discovery on people. I should probably follow these people. I don't know. I don't know how accurate of a news site this is, but they're verified, so they must be popular. CBS stock is down. Yeah, and CBS stock is down. And, you know, is this a surprise that he's part of the Me Too movement? I don't know anything about him personally, but, you know, professionally, certainly. I just thought that was funny, and I pulled that up on screen for everybody. Deadline is reporting it too. They are legit. All right. See, that's kind of one of the things. I'm not a journalist, so all this like news coverage is sort of new to me. I'm definitely a hot-headed opinion person, but I'm ambivalent. They've pushed me past the point of caring about the show anymore. I know. Moonves is a moron. Yeah. He really seems to not know the difference between Star Wars and Star Trek, and he seems to be doing a lot of shady things. He reminds me of kind of every manager I've ever worked for that kind of does a whole bunch of crap knowing right that they're going to leave soon. You know, they do a lot of stuff to kind of give themselves a huge stock share, like, hey, we're going to reboot Star Trek, and I'm going to take all this money from it because it's generating buzz. And, well, guess what? The whole Me Too movement thing. But whatever. Hello, Sav. Welcome. I'm listening to you about the same time I just read this article about how Mara Jade will not appear in episode 9. Oh, will she? I know that we were kind of... A lot of people were speculating about Mara Jade in episode 9. And, yeah, that's kind of interesting. I kind of wish they would have done that, but then again, you know, when they do anything for the fans on Star Wars, it's always something... You know, like, oh, here's Yoda, but he looks wrong and he's kind of a dick. You know? And he was always kind of a little bit of a dick, but not super bad. But Movie Fanobi says, hot-headed, red hair reference, not required. I know. I'm totally a hothead. I think the red definitely suits me. I'm a little disappointed it doesn't show up quite as red as on my tablet, but, you know, it's still a work in progress. I'm not unhappy with the color settings the way they are now, so thank you guys so much for helping yesterday. I think they did the Me Too movement to drown out the noise of Corey Feldman. Oh, man. Leave Corey alone. He's had it tough, man. Oh, dude. I can't imagine what kind of life he's kind of grown up with being... I mean, you know he was passed around as a kid. You know his parents did shit to him. You know so many things, like... Yeah, I feel bad for him. He's gone through some shit, so I feel sorry for Corey too. Yeah, and I do follow him on Twitter. He was always one of those people I always really liked as a kid because I was, you know, I'm of the two Corey's generation. I'm of the 80s, so yeah. Of course I know who Corey Feldman is. Hair, cooperate. Thank you. But yeah, Corey Feldman, I kind of wish you know, I kind of wish people would leave him alone. But no, the Me Too movement stuff, like, is it a surprise? And it's a little, I don't know, unwanted kissing and touching. I mean, I used to complain about teachers who would get too huggy in school. I had a male teacher who was really huggy with the girl students, like, and these are like, I went to a school that had like gay kids, dropouts, pregnant girls, all kinds of stuff. And it was an alternative school. It's something for people who kind of dropped out and came back to. And he was really super touchy with a lot of the girls, so. It should be fun. Looking forward to the group. Yeah, you guys are doing an awesome stream tonight. So that's why another thing I didn't want to stream during, like, the evening. And I have so many people who say, I can never watch you because you stream too late. And you got a raw deal, GOD says. What sucks is the given extreme reactions with the Me Too is that when the pendulum swings the other way, it'll be harder for legit victims to get justice. Yeah, and that's another thing. Because look at the whole Chris Hardwick situation. Now, I think okay, this is kind of a purely speculation. But if anybody doesn't know what was going on with Chris Hardwick, basically an ex of his, she's an actress model, Chloe Dykstra, went on kind of a Me Too tirade against him because for you know, what basically equals him being kind of a shitty boyfriend. And from what I've read, she was kind of a shitty girlfriend as well, and they were very, very toxic to each other, and they were very and it's very, very beneficial that they're not together anymore. But it shows a certain amount of immaturity to kind of bring up all your ex drama on, you know, and especially when they're in the public eye, especially when it will affect their careers. Oh, also, thank you so much for the 199 super chat. Enjoy your day, stay bold, stay you. Oh, thank you so much. Hardwick was exonerated though, right? Yes. It looked more like a bitter ex trying to get back at him, right? That is my opinion. That is my opinion. It looked like, yeah, he was kind of a crappy boyfriend and probably did a few things that were a little less than sympathetic. But she also was kind of shitty too. I think she also cheated on him, and she also, you know, I think they were just toxic to each other. And sometimes you get couples like that where it is never one person's fault. You know, it is always a combination of the two things. I've certainly experienced that in my time, and I've certainly, you know, like back when I was married, I was not innocent of a lot of the stuff either. And you know, and sometimes you just get couples who are super toxic, and it just pisses me off that they, like, as much as I'm not a huge Chris Hardwick fan, I don't like Talking Dead, I don't like Walking Dead anymore, and I don't like how he just kind of overly consumes every piece of pop culture, and I didn't like him on Singled Out either back in the 90s. You know, you really have to be a certain kind of person to drag somebody's name through the mud like that and hurt their career. And, you know, if you're doing something like Bill Cosby, then yeah, you kind of deserve to have your career hurt. You know, if you're basically using your authority to drug and have sex with women against their will, yeah, you kind of deserve that. But if you're Chris Hardwick and you're in kind of a shitty toxic relationship, that's a whole different thing. Bye for now, Nerd Crew. See you tonight. Well, thank you for being here, Movie Fanobi. You should have taken Friday off too, Gary. Yeah, there's so much stuff going on today, you know, between that and the whole the Me Too stuff. I didn't even think I was going to talk about the Me Too stuff today, but you know, and I didn't really have time to make a video because there's friends coming over tonight, like really not too far off from now even, so there's not going to be a whole lot of time tonight to do any like sort of streaming myself. God says, relationships are complicated. There's always two sides to the story. Unless one partner outright did a crime, it's difficult to comment. Sounds like they had a toxic relationship. Yeah, and that's clearly what it sounds like. I have seen and been in enough sort of, and you know, you watch enough TV and reality shows and you can kind of see, oh, you guys are just kind of toxic to each other. Walking Dead went downhill with the Alexandria storyline started. I think Walking Dead went downhill in the prison. Well, like that season in the prison is where it lost me. It was just boring, dull. I think that's the season with Mikey fucking Spock on it too. Like, for everybody who says Sonequa Martin Green's a good actress, I'm going to say this about her. I think I know which character she played in The Walking Dead, but that's how unmemorable she was. It was like, I can't even remember. Like, I sat through probably 2 seasons with her on the show. I don't remember much of her. I kind of remember, like, you had not T-Dog in the prison with, like, those people that you hardly ever saw. And she was one of them, I think. And I can't remember the guy's name, but he was like T-Dog, but not. He was like the replacement for T-Dog. And, you know, because in Atlanta, you would think they would have a few more African-American people survive the zombie apocalypse, but whatever. Are you joining the Finding Night Tights podcast, though, right? I will probably be on Nerdrotic. I won't be, like, on mic or anything, but I'll be in the chat. I'll watch, for sure, if I can. I'll try. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to watch. She was Sasha, the one with PTSD who became a sniper. Thought she wasn't really a particularly interesting character. Was that her name? I remember there being a girl who was there was like a homeless guy that was like an alcoholic that was in their group after they left the prison, and I kind of remember. I remember the end of his story. So, like, 3 seasons old, spoilers here. But, he ended up, they ended up in a church after they split up again for, like, the 4th time. And so they ended up in this church, and, they were getting chased by cannibals from Tasha Yar's camp or something. She had a list, or, like, a place with a whole bunch of cannibals. And so these cannibals show up, and they saw off this guy's leg. And they end up, I think didn't they feed it to him or something, or they ate it. And whatever the case was, he was laughing because he had been bitten. And I think Sonequa Martin Green is the one who had to kill him. from what I remember, and I don't remember her being a good actress at all. I don't remember that actress who had to kind of put him down being, you know, anything of any interest or whatever. So for people who think she's a good actress, like, I don't see what you're seeing. I'm seeing some day player who got a recurring role who probably shouldn't have. You know, this is an actress who should be doing, like, she should be playing a lawyer or a prison, you know, like, she should be on Orange is the New Black as, like, a tough prison thug, or she should be playing, like, an argumentative lawyer on a law procedural. You know, I don't think she's got the acting chops or anything else, but that's just my opinion. Her brother was Tyrese, who now plays Clyden. Oh, okay. See, and that's why I'm like, I know, I can't remember the name. I just so tuned out of Walking Dead in season 4. It was so bad. It was just so boring. And plus, it didn't help that it was, like, kind of like the last year of when I was really, really on a lot of substances. So I would just be in the kind of pill nods, you know. I'd be like, okay, this is something I can not miss if I fall asleep. You know? So, hello, Mojave. Stressed out yesterday, but firing on all cylinders today. It's gonna be a great day. Seize it and tear aside all the yahoos in your way. Yes. And hello, Eric Hawk. I stopped watching, Angry Mr. Flibble says, I stopped watching Walking Dead after season 6. I can't remember anything about her character other than she was there. Exactly. She was so uninteresting. She's not like Michonne. You know, if you see, I can't remember her actress name. I'm so bad with names sometimes. But the actress who plays Michonne, she has a smile that lights up a room, and she can change her facial expression to, oh my god, this woman's going to kill me. I absolutely love her. And you know, there's a reason why she is off doing Marvel movies, because she's a good actress, and there's a reason why Sonequa Martin Green is, like, the second choice for the lead in Star Trek Discovery. She's not even the first lead. Like, I just don't see what everybody sees in her. I don't think she's a very good actress. But that's just me. Hello, NJDSS4, welcome. Wow, we got a decent stream considering I wasn't even planning on streaming. I wanted to make something today. I wanted to do something because I know I won't have time tonight. Also, what do you guys think about the Fox-Disney merger? I talked a couple of seconds about that. Do you guys, like, what do you think? Do you think it's going to ruin all of the Marvel movies? Do you think it's going to ruin Deadpool? Do you think we're going to get a PG-13 Deadpool now? So, or what? And for you guys who don't know, the Fox-Disney merger has gone through. It just went through. I'm sure we'll be hearing, like, Midnight's Edge sort of news and all kinds of actual breaking news from actual people who do their research and not just a hothead who has an opinion like me. But I kind of don't think it's going to ruin Deadpool. I don't see it as being bad, but I mean the whole streaming service thing, I don't know. I'm kind of the belief system that I don't pay for television anyway, so having it all on a streaming service isn't going to affect me one way or another. But and keeping this stuff out of the theater isn't going to affect me one way or another because I so rarely see them in the theater. But Eric says, I think it's going to be great for a few characters. Will make some fans really happy. That it's not going to be good for the whole industry as a whole. Any step towards a monopoly is always bad. Yeah, and that's a good point too. Like anytime you don't have the competition and anytime you don't have the choice of going to another studio, I mean, we're already seeing it so much with all of our television and movies just kind of being dumbed down for the lowest common denominator anyway. I mean, just look at Discovery. Just look at Last Jedi, you know? Like they make this stuff and you have this whole generation of kind of millennial consumers who just buy it because it's Star Wars or because it's Star Trek. So yeah, not having any competition will probably be a bad thing for the future generations for sure. But I tend to see younger people as not being super into like consuming stuff anyway. Or like not into not the way we do. Like they'll buy a pop figure and they'll stick a wall of pop figures on their shelves. And then might go see a movie once and they'll make a costume of it without seeing the movie or having any idea what the character is. But a lot of the time, I mean, they're not going to be like us hardcore sort of fans who will collect a wall of stuff. I don't know. I think Deadpool will only be PG-13 when he's in the main Marvel movies, and then they will keep him R-rated under Fox. That could be too. That could absolutely be. I hope it falls through. As cool as it would be to see the X-Men and the Fantastic Four join the MCU, we'd have less movies and also less variety. Disney is like the Borg. Yeah, I think so. I think so too. Apparently the meeting to vote on the merger were less than 15 minutes. The meetings to vote on the merger were less than 15 minutes. Yeah, and from what I've heard, it's actually passed. I think the stockholders have approved it. But I mean, I just wonder how bad Disney's stock is in the toilet after Last Jedi and Solo. Solo especially. Like, the stockholders have to be paying attention to what we're like what the fans are saying. They have to be paying attention to, you know, I mean, if it's one guy with a Twitter account of like 50 followers who complains about The Last Jedi, that's one thing. But when it's organized complaining, when it's, you know, when it's like 3 major YouTube channels with more than 60,000 subs each, when it's people like John Campea going and saying, yeah, Kathleen Kennedy needs to go, you know, then they've got to like sort of take notice at some point, right? I don't know. You would think they would. Maybe they are that clueless. I don't know. I hate just assuming so little of people, because I normally do that on a day-to-day basis. And I would like to think, I would like to believe that maybe people in charge are possibly more competent than they are, but maybe they're not. I don't know. Will Disney do to Fox what they did to Star Wars? God, I hope not. Well, and it wasn't so much Disney doing it to Star Wars. It was Disney probably not having any involvement at all and letting Kathleen Kennedy be in charge, I think, was the hugest issue with Star Wars. Because look at Kathleen Kennedy's story group. It was made up of a whole bunch of people who've never done fuck all in the entertainment business other than, like, go run for coffee. You know? So, and these are the people in charge of storytelling. These are the people in charge of, you know, like the ideas of what needs to take place in Star Wars. This is why it's all like a bunch of amateur fan fiction, you know? This Reddit comment. I heard that in order to ensure security and continued stability, the company will reorganize into the First Galactic Empire. God, I hope not. I hope not. Anyway, the Disney-Fox merger is great for the Marvel franchise, but holy crap, this makes Disney huge. I know, and Disney is something that I don't like anyway. You know, I didn't like that Disney had Marvel anyway, because I am not a fan of Disney. I never was a fan of Disney. As a kid, I grew up in the sweet spot. You know, I grew up in the 80s in the sweet spot when there was nothing new from Disney. When Disney was this old, saccharine, cringy, Cinderella, Snow White shit, right? And kids didn't care about that. Kids are like, no, screw that. I want to play with Garbage Pail Kids. I don't want to watch some, you know, 80-year-old woman singing. Who cares, you know? So I grew up in, like, the Don Bluth animated stuff for kids, and, yeah, seriously, Disney was just so lame. It was so G-rated. It was so... It was for the families who... And I've dealt with this on my YouTube channel a bit. It's for the families who tell their kids that something like crap is a swear word. Like, I've genuinely legit had little kids on my channel say, oh my god, you're swearing. Don't say crap. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I didn't swear. Like... Land Before Time, absolutely, yeah. Land Before Time, Secret of Nim, American Tail. I grew up with, like, the Don Bluth animation. I didn't grow up with Disney that much. I mean, Disney was that thing that kind of sissies and pussies watched, you know. I didn't like Disney. I was such a bitch. I was such a hipster when I was a kid. That was my family. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, and my family was closer to, like, Roseanne or Married with Children, but... Yeah, or maybe, what was the show that, Brett Butler had? Because I had a single mom, but no, I was allowed to swear. I was allowed to pretty much do anything. Same, I always loved Bluth more than Disney. And yeah, and that's another thing. Like, Disney was so G-rated, and I wanted to watch PG-13 or R-rated stuff when I was a kid. I didn't want to, like, regress to this saccharine princesses and castles and fairy tales, and, like, I didn't care about that. Any more news about Ruin Johnson deleting his old tweets? I haven't seen any new news. Who was it? Dan Harmon deleted everything. Somebody else deleted all their tweets. Who was it? Somebody, I can't remember. Somebody else deleted all their tweets as well, and I can't remember who it was, but it was somebody in that, or they just got off of Twitter altogether recently. It's Dragon's Lair. I never played Dragon's Lair. I've seen it though. I've seen playthroughs of it. Disney will end up putting a stranglehold on Variety. Yeah, Don Bluth kind of took animated movies to new exciting directions. Dogs Go to Heaven. I couldn't watch All Dogs Go to Heaven. That made me like, no, animals, no. I can't watch them. But like even Secret of Nim, I can't watch it now. But I loved it as a kid. It just makes me so sad because I understand what's going on more now. Like as a kid, you don't really understand how sad it is. 80s and cartoon movies are much better. 80s cartoons and movies are much better. They are. Like, the 80s were such a good time. Absolutely. The 80s were this amazing fun. You know, you had kids. It was very much like how Stranger Things, the kids in Stranger Things are, you know? You would swear. You would be able to ride your bike to your friend's house. You couldn't, you know, like, nowadays you can't even go outside of your own house. Because there's so much of a fear of stranger danger, and parents are so like, no, you're going to stay inside the house and you're going to get a tablet to entertain you, and I'm going to ignore you while I'm on my computer or watching TV or talking on the phone. And that's exactly how parents are today. So, what news would there be unless someone searched for them first? Exactly. I'm allergic to CA. Oh no. CA what? Like California? Everything will be more generic. Cardboard Kenny, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. You guys, I'm just going live for like to have something to do today and before people care. Oh, you're allergic to cats. I like cats. Let's see. NJDSS4 says, I'm probably saying your name completely wrong, but I apologize. Everything will get more generic and bland as Disney tries to make everything appeal to everyone. They'll demand such a big cut from theaters that they'll go out of business. Oh, I hope not. I hope not. I'm allergic to cats from Secret of Nim. Oh, yeah. I haven't watched that in a very long time because I get so sad. It's like, I did try and go back and watch Project X, which was another movie I liked as a kid, and I cannot. Oh, that just breaks my heart seeing those chimps. And if anybody knows, it was a movie with Matthew Broderick and William Sadler, God, Amy Steele was in it, I think, and they all, and they were going and saving chimps from like this medical, or not medical, military research thing where they would say, you know, train them how to fly and then irradiate them, and that just makes me want to punch somebody. Like, don't do that to a chimp. I like animals though, so it was pretty dark. It was. I took my kids outside while I was watching them. And yeah, if you're like with your kids, I mean, God, you have a kid, pay attention to the thing. God says, I watched Inhumanoids when I was a kid. That one had people getting melted by acid and decomposing corpses getting raised. Definitely not the sort of things kids would see today. Yeah, and I watched, you know, Tales from the Crypt as a kid, and I watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre as a kid, so probably why I messed up. I grew up on Freddy Krueger and Pee Wee Herman. I'm an 80s kid, so that's what we did. It was just okay for kids to watch Freddy Krueger, you know? You forgot to read his chat messages. I did. I'm so sorry. And thank you so much for the super chat. I keep hanging out on these weird dating sites, and yet keep getting no results. What am I doing wrong? I don't know, Kenny. But thank you so much. I know. Yeah, and it is kind of a thing you always get. I'm so sorry. I just forgot to read your message on the super chat because I'm scrolling back. But yeah, anytime I do forget those, definitely remind me. First time, Fanax of Film. First time I saw Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I was really drunk and it terrified me. It's a scary movie. Like, it's more disturbing as an adult for sure. I did go back and rewatch it. And I'm like, how come I was allowed to watch this? My mom and I would sit on the couch and watch, and I was in second grade, right? And we were friends too. We had like a friend relationship. You know, it was more than a mother-daughter sort of thing. So we were there watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 on, it was edited for television, but still, it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And I remember her and I both had a pair of denim boots that like the girl in the movie had. And yeah, that's kind of one of those things, like parents nowadays would probably get their kid taken away from them for watching something like that with them, you know? It's just crazy. I see people all the time getting upset that they brought their kid to Deadpool. Like, it's fine. I don't care. As long as the kid's not being an asshole in the theater, let them watch Deadpool. I watched Nightmare on Elm Street in the theater when I was a kid. You're saying my name correctly. You can call me NJ for short. Awesome. Tales from the Dark Side, Twilight Zone, and that's not counting the movies. My dad actually let me watch RoboCop, and I was like 6 or 7 at the time. Yeah, and you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with RoboCop for kids, especially boys, especially, you know, like boys can watch. I think boys can handle a lot more of like the violent R-rated stuff because that's like a cool bonding thing in a lot of ways. That's like a rite of passage, you know, and that's something that girls don't usually go through as kids. You know, we usually don't go through that rite of passage where, you know, and I know it's a lot. I hate generalizing, and some girls kind of do go through that where, you know, you're finally allowed to watch a horror movie, or you're finally allowed to wear makeup, or you're finally allowed to whatever you're allowed to do. But with guys, it really feels like more of a rite of passage that, you know, yeah, my dad let me watch this R-rated movie or whatever. So RoboCop has some nudity too, but my parents never stopped me from watching it. Yeah, and that was the thing. My argument was they only show female nudity. And I can look in the mirror and see that. So there's no reason why I shouldn't be allowed to watch it. And I got to watch whatever I wanted to watch, pretty much. Night's Edge After Dark. I remember my first eyeliner. Okay, now I'm picturing that. Okay, that's funny. That's actually really funny. But no, I think guys kind of go through the rite of passage of, like, you know, their first horror movies or their first R-rated movies, or, you know, the stuff that they're allowed to do. And maybe I'm wrong about that. That's just what it reminds me of. Although, to be fair, he also took me and my brother to see the Care Bears movie, so it balances out. Yeah, I think I probably saw the Care Bears movie in the theater as well. I did. I was a girl in the 80s. I liked Care Bears. 80s horror are the best. I love 80s horror movies. Absolutely. Well, 70s and 80s were good. 50s and 60s had the good stuff too. I mean, you have all like the giant bug craze, and you had the sort of 3D craze, and then you had like the mad scientist sort of craze. Oh, I love those old black and white, just bad B movies. They're so fun. I think my first rated R movie was Police Academy. For First Blood or Caddyshack, Midnight's Edge says. Yeah, you guys watch Midnight's Edge After Dark, absolutely, another awesome channel. But yeah, Police Academy, like the first Police Academy was rated R. Same thing with Revenge of the Nerds. And so when I was a kid in the 80s, like growing up, you could watch all of the sequels that were like PG all of a sudden, and they were for kids, and they were fine. Revenge of the Nerds 2, absolutely a kids movie. Police Academy 3 and 4, absolutely kids movies. 2 maybe is still on the fence about 2, but yeah, the first Police Academy had nudity, it had all kinds of stuff. It was not a kids movie. Probably why I've seen that one the fewest amount of times, but yeah, like 3 and 4 are probably my favorite Police Academies, and they are absolutely 100% kids movies in my opinion. Was two the one with the podium thing, or was that still the first one? Now I gotta remember. Police Academy 2 is PG-13, but very muted in comparison. Yeah, and I don't remember much of 2 either, but that's because HBO would run 3 and 4 all the time when I remember, so. GOD says, I had a crush on Leslie Easterbrook as Callahan, yeah. Yeah, and she still actually looks pretty good. She was in Lavalantula, the first one. A lot of the Police Academy people are in Lavalantula. Hello, everyone everywhere. Hello, Monkey Zor. B-movies from the horror 60s and 70s are great. Yes, there's so many good ones. I think Beverly Hills Cop was my first. I've never seen that. I need to watch that. Maybe this weekend I need to like have just some 80s movies. Okay, part 1 was the podium gag. 2 was Zed, where Zed was a bad guy. See, and I love the Zed ones. I remember, I know I love 3 and 4 so much, but then I go back and I'm like, oh, but 2 was so good. Yeah, because you had Steve Guttenberg going undercover. Oh, man. The zoo. Yeah, 2 was good too, man. One of the things I love, like, okay, if you kind of go deep enough into the series, there's a, like, way late in the series, you have Lassard basically telling the anecdote about the podium. So it's such a great callback, and I want to say it's in the 5th one. I want to say it's in the 5th movie, because he's got the Asian guy, I can't remember his name, as kind of an assistant, and he's got a stupid goldfish with him, and he's like in this meeting. I think it's in the police convention in Miami. I think it's in part 5, where he's basically like he's telling the anecdote about getting a blowjob at the podium thinking it's Mahoney. So Lassard is dumb, but he wasn't that dumb. Like I think for like about a minute he thought it was Mahoney. Oh, and thank you for being a brand new subscriber, Emma and John. So thank you guys so much. Yeah, and if you guys have your subscriber thing set to public or your subscriptions to public, they will pop up if you subscribe. Eric Hawk says, I missed the feeling from watching Halloween. I do miss that feeling from watching Halloween for the first time. Yes. Howard Hessman plays Lassard's younger brother. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. God, Howard Hessman was so cool and everything too. I was so sad when he left head of the class, but we got Billy Connolly, so it's like, yeah, which one, you know? Billy Connolly was so awesome too, though. So I don't think he really hurt head of the class changing him out, but man, Howard Hessman, Dr. Johnny Fever, dude. Like last night, if you guys caught Doomcock's stream last night, where he just basically did like an hour of WKRP stuff. Like I just forgot how much I loved WKRP in Cincinnati until God. And I know I've talked to Doomcock about it before, like months and months ago. But man, I miss WKRP. That was a good show. I think I used to have the first season on DVD. I need to get those again. Billy Connolly is awesome. Yes. No, that was the first one. Police Academy 2 was the one when they went on their first assignment. Mauser was still the CO. Yeah. Yeah, Mauser was in the second one. Absolutely. Then they brought back G.W. Bailey for the third or the fourth, because the actor who played Mauser actually got into like a super bad wreck or something, and he broke his back, or he got really, really messed up in real life. So they had to bring back G.W. Bailey, which I think was a great move personally, because I really liked Harris in Police Academy, probably more than Mauser. Sad to say, but yeah, Harris was definitely my go-to. Yeah, and now we're talking about Police Academy. I love this. As you guys can see, I do have, I need to get it on Blu-ray, but I have it on DVD. That was like the first time they released all of them together. Might have been wrong. It was Nightmare on Elm Street, maybe. Reese Miner says, did I miss your other comment? Oh, that Police Beverly Hills Cop or Nightmare on Elm Street might have been your first R-rated. Mauser was in 2 and 3. Okay, yeah, and I liked it when they brought G.W. Bailey back for sure. What about sitcoms? Alf, Perfect Strangers. I remember watching Alf. I remember watching Perfect Strangers. Hello, DA Gaming. Have you seen Babylon AD? I have not seen Babylon AD. Babylon AD. I know that's a band. Bought it for 25p today and I haven't seen it. No, I haven't seen Babylon AD. Story-wise, it made sense. So I was happy to get GW back in 4. Yeah, GW Bailey was good. Okay, he came back in 4. That's right. And I just watched these recently, too, when I was doing my Discovery reviews, because I needed to. I got to a point where there's a screenshot, and I don't know if I can find it quickly, but there's a shot of the Klingon chick and the Admiral chick, and they're like screaming in each other's faces, and I just had an immediate flashback to when Zed and Sweet Chuck were screaming in each other's faces from Police Academy. So that's kind of what sent me on the Police Academy rewatch recently, and now I can't remember any of it, probably because I was using that to kind of cope with and to like overwrite the memories of Discovery. Like I seriously had to stop in the middle of that and go and watch Police Academy clips. Like it was great. Yes, Bobcat was Zed. I love Bobcat's Zed. I mean, he was just great. That's right. He had a gang in the abandoned zoo. Yes. Oh, hello. And thank you so much for being here, Fan Addicts and Film. Babylon Zoo, Spaceman, great song. Vin Diesel is in Babylon 80. Okay, yeah, I don't think I've heard of that one. I don't really pay that much attention to Vin Diesel, sadly. Police Academy had a cartoon too. I remember I had a lot of the toys. Oh, lucky. I had a Police Academy comic book when I was a kid, 1 or 2 of them. And I think it had like the hot air balloon sort of scene from one of the Police Academy movies, probably from the 4th one. It's the one where they had the hot air balloon chase. So it was great. It was basically just kind of taking the weird sequels from Police Academy and putting them on comic books. Now I gotta go search for that. Damn it, eBay, where are you? Police Academy comic books. This is what I do with my time. Yeah, oh, they have a lot of them too. Yeah, I think I had some of these. All right, they're pretty cheap. I could probably get them. Oh, Michael Winslow signed is like $30. All right, that's awesome. That is awesome. Alright, check this out. Let me put it up on display. I think I don't remember which one I had. Probably not issue number 1. It might have been this one. I don't think I had issue number 1. I know they did not make that many. Oh, they made 4 of them at least. Alright, I might need to buy these. I might need to rebuy these. These look really awesome. There's so much crap I've been looking at. Also, I need to rebuy these cups. I used to have these cups. Oh, Lord. There's so much stuff I used to have that I need to re-get. The hot air balloon when a homie flies off a Sharon Stone. This Police Academy 4. I think so. I think so. I get all of them so confused. I know Mahoney stopped being in them, like, on the 5th one. So, yeah, it had to be 3 or 4. They're great. Used Police Academy as a palate cleanser for STD. Yeah, I did. I absolutely did. I had to. I mean, how can you not? How can you not? Episode 11. It's not episode 11. What episode was that? Oh, I want to find the clips now. Where are they? Are they on the desktop? They're on my Star Trek screenshots. What the crap episode was that? That had to have been episode 9. That had to have been episode 9. Episode 9 was garbage. Where Laurel and the Klingon were screaming at each other's face. Or in each other's face. And I just laughed because it was so stupid. Should Police Academy actors appear on STD or the Orville? The Orville. I would say the Orville. Absolutely. Because... Let me see if I can put my display capture up. All right. I think they should appear on the Orville because the Orville is a far superior show. So that's why. Obviously. They should appear on the Orville for sure. It's a far superior show. Okay. So in episode 8 of Star Trek Discovery, this is what made me really, really have to have to cleanse my palate. Oh, also, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I super appreciate it. You don't have to like super chat, but I really appreciate it. Like I know how much YouTube does. And... All right. So this scene here, where Laurel, it didn't pop up. I'm so sorry. I did the display capture. When I was reviewing STD episodes, this is episode 8. And I even titled it, it reminds me of something. It reminded me of this scene right here from Police Academy. So, yeah. It just something where the way my brain associates things. Like, whenever you have people just screaming in each other's faces like that, you know, just in response. Like, because Laurel screams in the Admiral's face to kind of get a reaction out of her for whatever reason. And the Admiral screams back. And that's exactly what Zed and Sweet Chuck did. Like... And it's so stupid that they're ripping off Police Academy. And it just made me laugh so much, right? Like, and that's what kind of set me off. Once I was reviewing episode 8, I'm like, okay, this just sets me off in a Police Academy mode. And that's because I grew up on the Police Academy movies. The resemblance is uncanny, I know. But that's exactly what happened. I mean, you get some big intimidating person screaming right in your face, and then the person on the receiving end screams back. Is the Orville the one with a captain with a cheating ex-wife as the first officer? Yes. The Orville is the one where Captain Mercer's ex-wife ended up, or while they were married, like a year before the show takes place, she ends up sleeping with somebody. But they do explain why that was the case. They do explain that the guy basically well, I don't know if I want to spoil it, but they do explain it away, and you will not hate her after this, or like if you do watch the series. I know they kind of set it up as a hey, she's a cheating whore, don't like this character, but no, they really redeem her, and they really yeah, she's actually really amazing. She's one of my favorite characters on the Orville. Stop watching STD after the 3rd episode. I could not stand it, and will not watch it. Yeah, don't watch it. Don't watch it. I didn't import the Blu-rays for Police Academy because Warner Brothers sucks anymore. Yeah, I've seen the Blu-rays, like the complete. I think it's a box set or something, the complete set. But yeah, that's one of the things. At least with Blu-rays, or just get an all-region player. I used to have the all-region player. I really need it. Really need it. And when I moved out of Vegas, I had it attached to the TV, and I just didn't think to unhook it like a dummy. Oh well. So I've stuck with like all these DVDs that I only really have my laptop to play. And now my laptop, I think, switch over regions, but you can only switch over your region so many times, from what I've seen. You can get it on Amazon. It's not a bad price. Yeah, like that, and that's another thing I've seen on. I do sometimes look and shop for DVDs that I never buy. They're region free. Good. Okay. Yeah, I love it when they're region free. I got all of my Corner Gas region free from Canada, which is fine because Canada's like all Canada's North American region anyway. But have I looked at Death Battle yet? I have not. I have been so busy. So last night I get I get ready to like get everything taken care of for the night, and of course I get a message saying, "Hey, from Doomcock. Hey, I got a new microphone. I'm going to stream soon." Okay, I'll be there. Yes, boss. No, but it's great. It's great. I'm up that time of night anyway. So he streams until like 2 a.m. And then like for another hour after that, it's like, okay, so this me goes out, this me goes out. So another hour after that, talking Migos. VLC player on laptop will play Region 2. Yeah, and that's what I usually use. That's what I usually use is VLC. And I do have the PlayStation 4 that I can always use, and I have the PlayStation 3 I can always use. I have a PlayStation 2 in here. Oh no, I think it's in the other room too. I think I had it connected out there. The rest for the wrench wielder, I know. No, it's fine. I don't mind. I was looking forward to the Orville before his wife was a slut. Dude, yeah, it's okay. They really, really explain why. And I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's okay. They explain why. And yeah, it is not what you guys think with Kelly on the Orville. I feel like she is acquitted, in my opinion. So, and I don't want to spoil it or go into any more of that, but I feel like, yeah, it is not entirely as it appears, and they do wrap it up really well. Kelly's a good person. Yeah, and Kelly on the Orville, she does one thing that I really, really admire. She does her job so well, and she cares about every member of that crew so much. Like what she does with God, and I can't remember his name. Jay Lee plays him. What she does with their navigator, basically like saying, "Hey, you have really high test scores. You should be more than this. You could be like a leader. You could possibly one day be a captain yourself. You're like really, really intelligent." And the type of stuff she does, you know, she does like the personnel management, and that is, you know, oh, that's another thing that I love about the Orville. They actually show that there's other people on the ship, and, you know, people have jobs and what their jobs do and what they like and what they dislike. But no, she's such an amazing character, and you can tell she just absolutely cares for Captain Mercer. And they have, and if anybody's kind of gone through this with people, where you can not be married to somebody but have had that sort of relationship, and you just kind of care, and you just have this they become family. And I've seen that in real life and experienced that a bit, where, you know, like, yeah, I'm not married to you, but your family still. So, and that's one of the things I love about Kelly on the Orville. So should really put a schedule for Death Battle. Yeah, I mean, I looked at a little of it. I just don't know if it's gonna be anything I care about. One thing, I hate battles. I hate fight scenes for sure. I really, really hate watching fight scenes. I just tune out. So let me look at it again. Death Battle. Because I think Seraph's brother showed, yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah, this is the screw attack. I don't want to have copyright. Yeah, this is just like clips of fighting. And who would fight. Yeah, I don't think I could pay attention to that for more than like 30 seconds. I think I saw something where it was like Goku versus somebody, and I'm like, oh god, this is anime stuff. I don't care. I'm the type of person, I will turn off battle animations. I will turn off fight animations. I will skip through. If it's something like, if I'm playing a video game and it's something where they have like a 30-second fight animation, I just tune out. It's pretty entertaining because they break down characters really well before the battle part. It's like when Seraph tried to show me the Monty Un, I'm probably saying his name wrong, like this big long animation thing that got him the job of Ruby or something, and I'm like, they're just fighting. I don't get this. This just ended Moonves in the next Me Too movie. I did talk about that a little bit. That was I think I had that pulled up on Twitter here. I did have that pulled up. I still have that on Twitter. Here. Yeah, we talked about that right before you got here. And you're actually the person, Midnight's Edge, Tom is probably the person. I'm assuming it's Tom in chat, because Rob usually goes on his own channel. Yeah, I did see some of this. We talked about this. I didn't tell you. Well, you're usually more on top of this than me. You're the person I get news from. I'm not a news person. But yeah, I talked a little bit about this, where he was kissing and touching people, like right at the beginning of the thing. My kid all morning. Yeah, I can imagine. Like, what did I do today so far? I changed out my shower curtain finally, because I've been meaning to for a week. Good morning, I'll listen and catch up in the conversation. Well, good morning, Mike Chauncey. Redstone is behind it, probably. Moonves is in trouble. So he'll go the way of Weinstein. Well, I think that with the whole CBS stuff, I think he's not gonna last past the whole merger stuff anyway. I think my personal opinion of Moonves is, okay, he wanted to make a lot of money before he left. So he decided, hey, we'll throw a bunch of Star Trek shows out and try and get our CBS thing, and I'm gonna increase our stock prices with all this new exciting stuff, and then I'll leave before the aftermath, before we get all the numbers in, before, I'll fudge the numbers, or I'll avoid answering questions about the numbers. And this is exactly what managers do at stores, because I have a lot of retail experience. So a manager will come in and they will change a lot of shit, and then they will do a lot of things to show that they've changed a lot of things, and then they'll move on to the next job before the repercussions happen. Star Trek Discovery shower curtain, no. Have you seen any Billy Connolly stand-up? Not in person. I've seen a little bit of it here and there. Yeah, he's really cool. Is Goku versus Superman? Yeah, I think I saw some of that. Yeah. I don't know. Remember, I don't care about like fighting games or people who, I don't care about like, for me, if I'm watching a superhero movie, like the last thing I care about is the battle at the end. Like I could like walk out halfway through every superhero movie. I like you. We agree on so much. Oh, thank you. Hopefully that's to me. Oh, I gotta scroll up. I missed something. I missed some of these. Did Moonves give them an STD? Oh, ouch. The fighting makes it more interesting. No, not to me. The fighting just makes me fall asleep. I fell asleep in Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, the first time I watched Guardians of the Galaxy, I fell asleep through it. Because of, like, the end, the CG stuff. I remember exactly when I fell asleep. It's when Star-Lord had to fly through space to save Green Chick. And there was something to do with, like, his helmet. And I'm like, that's where I fell asleep. And I think I've zoned out every time on, like, I've seen Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, twice. I cannot remember for the life of me anything past, like, the prison, the jail. So, yes, rumor has it, Random probably hates everything you love. Probably. Moonves will need some aloe vera for that sick burn you laid on him. Ouch. The only STD merch I'd buy would be Discovery toilet paper. You could probably print that up. You could probably do it. Like, I'm sure some of these online shops have like a make your own custom toilet paper. And then you could get all the credit for yourself and just put like, God, just put Mikey Spock's face on it. Just wipe your ass with Mikey Spock. That's a good thing. It's Gamora. It is Gamora. That's the green chick? Yeah, I know. I can never remember their names because. Yeah. I think Guardians of the Galaxy for me, the first one, and here's where I lose everybody. It's probably a 4. You know, it's a 3 or a 4 on depending on what day I'm thinking about it. I think the second one, I like the second one quite a bit. I think I would give that one like a 6 or a 7. Mikey Spork. Gamora is really neat. Yeah. She's probably like the weakest character in my opinion, but on the whole Guardians franchise, but I don't know. The guy that looks like Data with a hood, I don't know. He's kind of weak too. Who is he? He's some guy. I don't know him anymore. I know, I'm horrible. I also didn't like the first Deadpool movie at all. Wait a minute, Gamera. Oh, Gamera's made of meat. I like Gamera. Didn't the second one have fighting? I don't think it had a little bit, but it had kind of cooler fighting. It had like Michael Rooker with the whistle thing that just kind of whipped through everything, and it had Taserface. The second one was so much better. I really liked the second one. I kind of want to watch the second one again. The main baddie, Data with a hood, Ronan the Accuser. Probably. So it was one of those movies where people are like, oh my god, you should watch Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh my god, you should watch Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh my god, you would love Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm like, I don't like superhero movies. Oh, but this one's different. It's funny. You would love it. So I watch it and I'm like, halfway through I just start snoring. So I don't know. I think it's because of the time of year that I watched it. I had a lot of health issues I was going through at the time. You know, Death Battle has Batman. I'm sure it does. Hello, Stupid Rock Show. Was his skin blue? Did he have a deep voice? I don't know. There was a guy who looked like Data in a hood. I don't remember much of the Guardians of the Galaxy. The first one like really didn't do it for me. I think like some of the prison stuff was funny. Yeah, I liked the prison stuff. Okay, and I liked the Bill and Ted Future World area. That was kind of cool. But yeah, well, like once they moved from that, because Guardians of the Galaxy to me is like, okay, they move here and then they fly here and then they fly here, and I think once they're off of the once they're out of the prison, I think the movie just kind of loses me completely, and that's nothing. That's only a fault from me not liking things. So, was some from Doctor Who and Guardians of the Galaxy? Yeah. What's her name? Karen Gillan was in. She played a blue chick, Nebula. God, I can't remember. She was all pulled apart in the second one. Yeah, Amy Pond. What am I looking at? Death battles. Oh my god. Yeah, I tried to watch a death battle. Like, 2 days ago, Samurai Jack versus I've never watched Samurai Jack. I don't know anything about that. Balrog versus... Alright, let me put this up so you guys know what I'm talking about. I remember Nebula. I know. Well, this is so bad. I've like renamed all of the superheroes because I don't remember any of them because there's so many. So you got Johnny Sunglasses. I don't know who that is, but he's a guy he wears sunglasses. Then you got Captain A-Head. He's the guy who wears the A on his head. And then you got Flaming Johnny. He was also he was Captain A-Head in another movie, so it's the same actor, but he goes up into flames and stuff. And then you have Johnny Stretch Arms. That's another one. And then you got Johnny Silverman. That's another guy. Then you got who are the other ones? Who are the others? Who are the other superheroes that I've named? Johnny Hammer Smash. That's the guy with the hammer. Shit. I don't remember any of them. Death Battle, Starscream versus Rainbow Dash. Who's Rainbow Dash? There is hope. Yes, I remembered Nebula. Johnny Sins. Who's Johnny Sins? Captain America. Who's Quicksilver? Mr. Fantastic. Which one's Mr. Fantastic? Is that Stretch Armstrong? Johnny Stretch Arms? Porn star. Which one's Johnny Porn Star? Have to be off to acquire food. Well, thank you for being here, Eric Hawk. That was Johnny Stretch Arms. Now I gotta look at my pinball tables. Dragon Zord versus Mecha Godzilla. What's Dragon Zord? What's a Dragon Zord? I should pull these up, like something from Naruto. Screw attack. God, don't play a thing if I don't subscribe to you. This is why I don't put like a welcome thing. Okay, I clicked on one of them. Yeah, these are all people I don't care about. No, I don't want to click on it. Yeah, this is very much guy stuff. Sure. Death battles. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Dragon Robot. Okay, yeah, I never watched Power Rangers. I just never got. Oh yes, and good luck with your review, Seraph. Oh no, now I feel bad. I'm like streaming and being jovial. Bring back Captain Caveman. Yes, bring back Captain Caveman. That stuff I know. Look up Peter Joseph. Who is Peter Joseph? American filmmaker. He's an activist. He's best known for the Zeitgeist film series. I don't know who he is. He's a guy. He's just this guy. I don't know who he is. Why am I looking up Peter Joseph? He's a guy. He wrote, directed, and narrated and scored what? The Zeitgeist film series. I've never heard of those. Other professional works include a music video for God is Dead for the band Black Sabbath. Huh. Okay. I know who Black Sabbath is. I don't know. So he directed a Black Sabbath video? Bookmark him, you'll like the movie Zeitgeist. Okay. I've never heard of it. Are you sure I will? What is it about? So I didn't like Deadpool or Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know what Zeitgeist is. Peter Joseph is directing Green Chick and Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Okay, so this is the guy who's directing the third Guardians movie? Okay. I mean, the Marvel movies are so hit and miss for me. They just kind of go in one ear and out the other so much because that's all movies are anymore. Movies aren't these things that I watch a million times. You know, like, no Marvel movie I've ever watched is ever going to resonate as much with me as, like, Police Academy. You know, because I didn't grow up with them. And I think a lot of that... A lot of that is, like... A lot of that is just me being an old fuddy-duddy, I think. Zeitgeist is about conspiracy theories. Alright. Should totally do, like, comedy reviews of these movies. You nicknames you gave, Comedy Gold. I do that when I was doing the pinball table. When I was playing the Marvel pinball. Yeah, you know, I could do, like, a Infinity Wars. I rename all the superheroes because I can never remember them, you know? I can never remember them at all. Oh, then there's Spider Guy. Or Spider Dude. I call him that sometimes. My opinion is kind of crap. Okay, I don't know anything. Sounds like Zeitgeist a while ago was meh. Yeah, I've never even heard of it, so. The first Zeitgeist is about myths, not conspiracy theories. Space Chick. Who would be Space Chick? Yeah, I don't think I have one called Space Chick. I have, like, you have, like, the Green Chick, you have Amy Pond, you have... What is the Spider Dude? I don't know. This is like kind of the equivalent of bringing your mom to a movie every time I go to like a Marvel movie. I gotta find a good name for Deadpool though, because like I compare him a lot to Freddy Krueger a little bit because, you know, he's kind of like a knockoff Freddy Krueger, only he's not the bad guy, which it really kind of bothers me that I'm not rooting for the bad guy in these movies. So anytime I see like Deadpool 2, I would have loved Deadpool 2 to have just been a horror movie about the kid going and taking revenge. That would have been so up my alley if it's a kid in this sort of mutant sort of school who's abused and tortured and whatever, and then he has these flame powers and he takes revenge. Of course, then that would be Firestarter. So Yeah, that's one of the movies I saw so many times when I was really, really little and I remember nothing of. At all. Oh man, Doomcock just released a new video, so we're gonna have to go watch that too in a minute. So somebody's been busy. A reckoning for less Moonves, huh? Oh, it's only a 5-minute video. Okay, so I can watch that later. Thanks notifications. I'd like to see Molecule Man versus Dr. Manhattan. Who are they? Oh, you guys are talking to each other. So Joe Rogan interviews Peter Joseph. Who is that? His friendly neighborhood spider dude. So close yet so far. For what? And hello, Herpicus McDerpington. What is so close yet so far? Have you seen the his-she videos? The stages of watching movies? No, I have not. You should do videos like that, but using nicknames to your characters when you review them. That's very possible. I never remember the names of these characters. Like, I can barely remember the names of people in Police Academy after all these years. Like, I combine all of the Police Academy movies together, and I watched them 2 months ago. So, yes, I know, Doomcock did upload a video. I've got it uploaded, I've got it playing, or I've got it over here. Here's Doomcock's new video. I did see it. He's talking about Les Moonves too. Thanks so much for talking about something, Doomcock. No. You can never be mad at Doomcock for releasing a video. What do you watch on BBC America? When I had BBC America, I was watching Little Britain, The In-Betweeners. I was watching Ashes to Ashes. So this is how many years ago when I had it last. And like when I went to England, all that aired on TV was like freaking Star Trek Voyager. You know, it was just Voyager all day and Deep Space Nine, but mostly Voyager because it was on the Sci-Fi Channel. This was in 2014. But yeah, there's so many of these. Do you hear that Simon Pegg has gone woke and started hating on the fans, despite the fact that he used to be one of the biggest prequel haters? Well, he's getting paid so much money to like Star Wars now. So yeah, I mean, Simon Pegg, I lost a lot of faith in a while ago because he just seemed like such an unapologetic fanboy. You know, plus if you watch Darren Brown's sort of magic trick sort of series, like it just kind of shows how gullible and easily taken advantage of Simon Pegg could be. But what do you think about the Simon Pegg fiasco? World Class Bullshitters was talking about on their live stream earlier. I saw the short World Class Bullshitter stream. I'm never awake early for their early ones. I would love to because they're kind of my favorite of the High Council channels. So, and like that's like that's a real close tie. Like if World Class is on and Jeremy's on, I'll usually go over to World Class unless it's something I know nothing about. And it's really sad that that you know they all kind of streamed at the same time, but no, I haven't heard that much about what Simon Pegg's doing. He's a square peg. All good shows. Yeah, there were so many good shows on BBC America. God, what's the one with Tony Robbins? Time trackers? Time something? I really wanted to watch that. I think I downloaded those once upon a time, and I was gonna watch those. I need to watch those on YouTube. So the one where Tony Robbins and Baldrick goes around and digs up archaeological stuff. I wanna watch that one. That one looked really good. I know I'm an archaeology nerd, and also thank you so much for the $5 super chat, Herpicus McDerpington. I love your name. You guys have the best usernames. Challenge for every time someone hates on Star Wars fans, take a shot. I'll be dead in a month. Oh no. Yeah, if I don't have that much alcohol, I might have to buy some this weekend. OJ Martinez, thank you so much for the super chat. I love your views and the way you rename your characters. Happy that I found you in Doomcock. Wish I could stay and watch. I have to go to work. Stay awesome. Well, thank you so much, OJ Martinez. It's still doubling up the GIF, but I think it's fine. Yeah, I think this is a good place for it. But and thank you guys so much for the super chats. I really appreciate that. Somebody says, what about Downton Abbey or Victoria, The Crown? I have not seen Downton Abbey. I probably would like Downton Abbey. Victoria, I need to watch because I love those sort of, I love the Victorian era. I love so much the Victorian era. And, God, like, I'm reading these stupid books. I'm reading fucking garbage teen stuff because it's Victorian era. Like, I read both of these. There's a new one coming out, and I'm super excited. Victorian stuff. Oh, man. I love it. And I love, like, the the romance in there, and I hate romance, but man, I like it in this because I like it in this because it's so Victorian, it's so proper, it's so, they take such a long time to date, and I love it. So it's so Victorian. It's like a guilty pleasure of mine. So The Crown I need to watch. God, The King's Speech was one of my favorite movies of recent times. I really liked that, but yay, dyslexia got me in my super chat. Did I say something wrong? I hope I didn't say something wrong on your super chat. I think I got the gist of it. Just a stab in the dark, but are you into steampunk? Not so much. I mean, I don't dislike it. I just never really got into the steampunky stuff. Victorian, yes. Steampunk, maybe not. I don't know. Steampunk, I don't know. I don't think I have anything against it, but I certainly am not one of those people who kind of flocks to steampunk. Because I think people who kind of flock to steampunk as sort of these sort of trendy people who also, I kind of view them as a higher form of people who kind of flock to Funko Pops. Because it seems so trendy to me. And so I don't really have anything against steampunk. I think it's fine. What about dreadpunk? Penny Dreadful is I don't know anything about it. I don't know what it is. I don't know what dreadpunk is. I don't even know what Penny Dreadful is. I'll give you $20 if you learn to play Kiss the World Goodbye by Chris Christopherson. I don't know if I'm that good at enough of a guitar player. Let me look it up. On guitar? I've never heard it. Chords? Artist Dean Martin. Ray Price. Country. Chords? Chords. What are the chords? Yeah, I don't think I know it. I don't know what dreadpunk is. Wonderful song, play it real quick. Well, if I play it real quick, we'll get copyright claimed or striked, and I can't risk getting a strike on the channel, so I cannot play it real quick. But I can link it to you guys in chat here. I can absolutely link it to you if I can find it. Cats or dogs are both. And thank you so much for the super chat, Herpicus McDurpington. I prefer cats. I do love dogs. They're so cute. I love them. They're adorable. But I prefer cats, and I'm allergic to dogs, so I do have cats. I should bring in my cat if you guys want to see him. He's the guy who had surgery not too long ago. Let's see if he's out there. Images. And thank you so much for the super chat. What are the chords? Oh my god, there's a lot of chords. No, I just want a list of the chords. Frogs are the best. Purr. No, I like cats. I like cats. They're sweet. Let's see. It's a D, G, A. All right, it's D's and G's and A's. That doesn't look terrible. I could try to play it. And like if you do your own cover or something, you're not going to get copyright claimed usually. And claim is different than a strike. A claim just means they take your ad revenue. Gunslinger, hello. Hey, we still have Warner Brothers. We do, I know. And hello, Gunslinger. Super chat video is dope. Oh, thank you. That comes through Streamlabs. So like if people donate or subscribe, you get the pop-ups. And that Streamlabs is a thing that if you have like OBS to stream from, like I use OBS because I came from gaming. So I mean the way I have my setup, I could easily just play a video game and broadcast it for you guys too if you wanted. But I don't stream through like a cell phone like a lot of YouTubers do or Google Hangouts. I just stream right through OBS. So I have like all the pop-ups come up and I have and through Streamlabs, and so Nightbot every once in a while will throw a donation link in there too, and that's like the PayPal Streamlabs link. So that one doesn't go through YouTube, and that one also I think it's the exact same pop-ups, but that's how the pop-ups happen. So that's something that we used in the gaming sort of YouTube industry. I had a cat called Gizmo. Aw, Gizmo's a cute name for cats. I'm allergic to cats and I have too many chihuahuas. I'm kind of allergic to cats. I'm less allergic to cats than dogs, but... What year did you first encounter Trek? Also, what age are you? I am older than I look. My first memory of Star Trek was seeing The Voyage Home in the theater. Star Trek 4 in 1987-ish. So I remember I was in second grade. So if that tells you how old I am, but I don't need to play coy. I'm 39. I just turned 39 in February. So I grew up with Trek. I do remember watching like Doctor Who really young, and Star Trek. Like Star Trek was on reruns, and I remember when Next Generation came on. So I remember a lot of that. I'm older than I look. Destiny Captain is 48. Gerlach is 43. Yeah, see, and this is why I like having a crowd of people my age in chat, because I look so young, and people would show up for gaming and be like, "You should play Pokemon," and I should say no, or I would say, "I'm 3 years older than you." Awesome. NJ is 31. Yeah, and I like for a while I was getting so I was getting so discouraged on YouTube, and I would get so sad when people would come in and just talk to me about Splatoon or memes or things, and I really felt like I was letting down the audience, because like I don't know any of this stuff. I'm an old grumpy person. I don't know any of this stuff. And so I would be, for a while I even put like, okay, you should probably be like 30 or older to even get any of the references I say, because I quote stuff from the 80s. I mention stuff from the 80s. I talk about stuff from the 80s all the time, because I'm from the 80s, you know? If I'm playing a game that's retro and pixely, I want to talk about it. I would have thought early 30s. Oh, thank you. I know I've got decent genetics, and I'm chubby, so it fills out my face a little, I think, probably. NES DuckTales is my jam. I need to play that. I need to, like, I was poor. I didn't have an NES. I had a Game Boy. So I played, like, Castlevania Adventure on Game Boy. I really liked that. DuckTales, Darkwing Duck, Let's Get Dangerous. What did I watch? I watched Animaniacs. I watched Tiny Toons. I watched Freakazoid. I watched Rugrats. I watched Ren and Stimpy. Looked it up. Blake was almost 70 years before the Book of Grey. I love Blake's work. Who's Blake? Blake who? Did I? You're a youngin'. I'm not a youngin'. Chris is in Winter's Blade. Oh, Chris Christopherson you're talking about. I remember him in Big Top Pee-wee. Like, that's how old I am. Did you watch Thundercats? I did watch Thundercats as a kid. I don't think it holds up, though. So... But yeah, I did watch it a little bit here and there. I know I caught the tail end of it, or the beginning of it, from something. I rocked the Atari 2600. Me too. I had a 2600 from my cousin, and then I bought a 7800 on clearance, because I could play the 7800 games and the 2600 games. Nickelodeon had Duckula. Yeah, Count Duckula? Crap, I miss Count Duckula. Did that ever come out on DVD? I might need to look those up sometime. I'm just watching EastEnders. I've actually seen a little bit of EastEnders. When I flew into London, when I went to the UK 4 years ago, I flew in, and you fly over the Thames, and it's very much, I'm like, okay, this is the opening shot of EastEnders right here. You can look down from the window of the plane. It's great. Tiger Burning Bright. I love that for some reason. What is Tiger Burning Bright? Said flashbacks to Worm War 1? Worm War? Danger Mouse. God, I used to have Danger Mouse on DVD, but then I watched it again, and it did not hold up either. So I didn't pay that much for it. I think I got it on deep discount DVD for like $18. I probably sold it for more than I paid. I've only flown once, scared the hell out of me. I flew like 7 times in 2014. I flew a lot. Like back and forth here, like from here to Vegas, and I flew from Vegas to the UK and back. And of course, when you're in the UK, you have to fly to London and then up to where you're going. So I flew up north. But God, Danger Mouse. Did you guys, if you guys remember Danger Mouse, like, did you guys, like, go back, like, my experience was, I went back and I rewatched it, and it did not hold up. Same thing with Thundercats. Like, I tried a couple episodes of that, and the Ghostbusters cartoon, the Filmation one, not the real Ghostbusters. I think the real Ghostbusters I probably like now, but I definitely was of the Filmation Ghostbusters camp when I was a kid, because I had to be different. I was a hipster even in the 80s. So I watched the Filmation Ghostbusters, and it did not hold up. It was a lot of filler. It was a lot of, 10 minutes of them just getting in the car, or going through the big house in the car. Like, it was weird. David Jason did the voice of Danger Mouse. Oh, that's cool. Who's David Jason? That's the one with the gorilla. Yeah, Ghostbusters. Like the Filmation Ghostbusters had the gorilla. It was a sequel from the Larry Storch Forrest Tucker Ghostbusters from. It was a live action kids show from the 70s, and I know Larry Storch Forrest Tucker from F Troop, so they brought them back to be in this weird kid show for some reason where they chase ghosts, and they had a gorilla. They had God, is Bob Burns in a gorilla suit because he's an actor who had a gorilla suit. It was his own thing, so they had him come on, and he was also in Ratfinka Boo Boo, I think, from what I remember. But that's a Ray Dennis Steckler movie that nobody's ever heard of but me. Anyway, so they made what happened was Dan Aykroyd ended up getting the rights from Filmation because of the name Ghostbusters, because he was making this movie and he wanted that name. So that's why the movie has nothing to do with the old 70s show, but then Filmation still had rights as well, so that's how you got the other, like the real Ghostbusters cartoon and the Filmation. So you had both of them, even though the Filmation one was actually the real Ghostbusters, and the real Ghostbusters were actually the movie Ghostbusters. It's such an odd thing. It's just an odd way of marketing it to kids. Without getting specific, what do you do in the real world? I do YouTube. No, my background, like, I have many years of retail and it sucks. This is why I've never made more than like $10.75 an hour in my life. But I should have been a writer. I should have gone into show business. I should have done something. I'm actually kind of a failed musician. When I was a teenager, I genuinely thought I was going to be a musician. I'm not good enough for it. I used to write songs. I used to sing songs. Not anymore. Far out space nuts. Oh no. I'm seeing like snippets here. This is not a cartoon, but I bought the first 2 seasons of The Addams Family at Five Below a few years back. Oh man, they had them at Five Below. I'm gonna have to look at Five Below. I didn't know they sold DVDs. But yeah, The Addams Family is really good. That's one of those shows. I wish I had it on DVD. My old roommate in Vegas had it, so I wouldn't buy stuff if they bought it. So I never got The Addams Family on DVD. Actually, and I had The Munsters, but I ended up selling it because I was stupid. And he had a copy, so I'm like, well, I can always watch this. Oh, that was dumb. Retail, 25 years. I know. Yeah, retail is terrible. Retail is it will make you hate Christmas, and I was never a huge Christmas fan anyway. Hello, Delvin Nexter, and good afternoon. You gave me a roundhead Ryan Johnson emoji. I love it. It's great. You would be an excellent film and game critic for a newspaper. What are newspapers? But no, thank you. I don't know. Maybe I could be a critic or something. I have a weird sense of humor, I think, but I think I would probably piss off a lot of people. But I definitely want to kind of bring more reviews in. And if I can get off my butt and see anything, is there anything playing? The only thing I wanted to see that's been playing is like Hotel Transylvania 3. What's playing? Movies, my area. What is playing? Is there anything good playing this weekend? Probably not. Nothing I could really go and see it anyway. Don't let the muggles get you down. What's a muggle? Is that a Harry Potter reference? I think that's a Harry Potter reference. Random inquiry. Did anyone here like Exo Squad? I've never seen Exo Squad. Retail may be misanthropic. Yes. I feel you always work at Sears. I worked at Sears for 2 years. It was horrible. They would not they would, for what really killed my time at Sears was I was there early mornings before the store opened, and the last week or so they started closing off the bathrooms entirely. And well, if you're up working from like 7 to 10 or 5 to 10, you don't have access to the bathrooms because they're in there just screwing around, not cleaning it. They're just kind of in there screwing around. You get a little upset and you get a little annoyed, and that was like kind of my last straw at Sears. Between that and having to work in the lights off with no air conditioning in Las Vegas in summer, yeah, it was not fun. Plus, they cut your hours down to nothing. Pissing people off pays. I don't know, maybe. Can you react to a poem on YouTube? Maybe, as long as it doesn't have like copyright. I can try. I don't like talking about memorabilia. It makes me remember the stuff I lost over the stupidity of my ex. My Battlestar Galactica set is not my original one, and I went through that as well. My original one had the helmet. Yeah. Exes. I was able to replace all the Babylon 5 at least. But damn it, I kept the Star Trek. I kept the Star Trek in that. It does have copyright. It's called Casita Amadia. I probably wouldn't be able to pronounce it. Oh, it doesn't have copyright. Well, I probably wouldn't be able to pronounce it anyway. So, I mean, I could look it up. I could look it up real quick. I was also looking up what movies are playing. Copy. Google search it. We will search for this poem. Images. I'm not seeing any images. I'm seeing YouTube videos. Yeah, so I don't want to put any videos up because of the copyright. Can you react to it as a different language? My reaction will be this. I don't understand a word they're saying. So there's my reaction to it. That's exactly what it is. It's like, I don't know a word of this. So there you go. There's my reaction. I don't know what they're saying. I don't know. I don't get it. I uploaded it. There's a million people who've uploaded it. Just react it. I did. I just said. It's in another language. I don't know what it means. I mean, and you won't be able to hear it anyway on YouTube, so. That's the other thing. Please give me $100 super chat to react to your video. Please. Every time I see that, I think of like 5-year-old kids in chat who would do that. My favorite movie lately is Requiem for the American Dream. 10 Principles of Concentration and Wealth and Power by Noam Chomsky. Wow, what's my favorite movie lately? What did I like recently? I don't know. I can't remember which one I liked even. Like probably the best time in the movies I've had have been the Riff Tracks movies. I can't even remember which ones I've watched. So it's an American Muslim community. It's a Muslim something. All right. So I wouldn't even be able to understand it. Did you ever come across Star Blazers in the 80s? Star Blazers. I'm gonna look that one up too. Now I gotta look up everything. Star Blazers. Look it up. Been sucked into Dark Shadows lately. Dark Shadows is so good. Oh man. That's one I need to guys. Dark Shadows. I have Josette's music box. I should probably go get it. It's really awesome. Dark Shadows is one of those things like, oh, and also, if you're into Dark Shadows, you want to get these. You want to get, I'm rereading Angelique's backstory, Angelique's descent. So the actress who plays Angelique wrote all of these. She wrote like 4 books. You want to start with this one. This will give you the entire backstory of Angelique. Now, she also wrote a whole book about Victoria Winters, her backstory. She wrote a whole Barnabas Salem Witch era book, and she wrote a whole Quentin book as well. So yeah, if you're any sort of fan of Dark Shadows, you need the Laura Parker books. What about Faulty Towers? I love Faulty Towers. I have it on DVD. I do love Faulty Tower. Also known as Space Battleship Yamato. Yeah, I'm looking right here. Star Blazers looks like anime. Looked like anime, so I don't think I would probably have watched it. I kind of have an aversion to anime. And I know Seraph will probably be super pissed at me because he's like the hugest anime person in the planet. He speaks Japanese. He's gone to Japan. And I don't like anime. Nice. Just search for Laura Parker's then. Yeah, look for her books. They're readily available on Amazon. The Barnabas one, the Salem branch is I think it's a little difficult to find with this cover to match all of them. But these are the reissues of all of the or, well, it's the reissue of the first book, and then all of the newer ones look like that. But I've been rereading the first book, and I need to burn through the rest of them. Man, Dark Shadows was good. If you are a Dark Shadows fan, she has 4 really good books. She's a decent author too. She's nothing wrong with her writing style, but it gives Angelique such depth, and it really, if you know anything about the Angelique Barnabas sort of dynamic, you will really take Angelique's side a lot more. I think. Well, maybe not, but you'll definitely sympathize with her more. Oh, I gotta put these back without destroying everything, without killing my Nintendo. I got my Nintendo Switch over there too. Liked, and thank you, Lost Soldier, for liking. Let's see, favorite gaming console. I don't know. I'm fond of the Switch quite a bit, but there's no games on it that I like except for like 1 or 2. But it has it's just comfortable. It's really easy to use. I think, I don't know, maybe the Switch is the favorite. I don't know. Maybe the PlayStation. PlayStation 4 has like all the good games. PlayStation 2 was good. PlayStation 1. I'm probably more on PlayStation side than Xbox, but Star Blazer is very Star Trek inspired. I might give it a shot. I don't know. I have such an aversion to anime. I mean, I would have to watch it subtitled, so that means I would have to like watch it and not do anything else. And it's a cartoon, so, and I know anime is not a cartoon. In my head, it's still a cartoon. I had an ex while dating her ask to keep my Star Wars encyclopedia at her house because she knew it was my favorite Star Wars object. I let her keep it there for a while before I panicked and took it back. Yeah, and then I wouldn't give something good to somebody I was dating. Would you recommend the NES Classic? I've never played it. I don't have one. I don't know. Probably not for the price. It's like $70. If you can just get away with emulators, you can get every game. But yeah, I would probably recommend against an NES Classic if you're any sort of tech savvy. If you're not tech savvy and have the money to spend $70 on like 30 games, then sure. But I would probably recommend against it. You might like Warframe. It's coming to Switch. No. I would not like Warframe at all. It's a multiplayer. No. I do not like playing games with other people ever. Oh, and then that's the thing. Like, I love Friday the 13th, the game. I can't play it because it's got too many other people in it, you know? But that's just weird. The American version is good. I hate American voice acting in anime. I really have an aversion to it. And I know some of it's not as bad, but if I'm watching something from Japan, I cannot watch the American voice acting. And then that means I have to commit to like staring at a screen for more than an hour or a half an hour or whatever. I just can't do it. Hello, Hunky Chunky Funky Monkey. I didn't see you go live. I have notifications on for any channel, seeing as they don't seem to work, or I don't have them. Well, I'm sorry, and I didn't even tweet it out like a dummy. I probably should have tweeted it out. Understandable multiplayer can suck. Yeah, and yeah, and I'm not a shooter. I'm not a first-person shooter, third-person shooter sort of person. Like, I loved Red Dead Redemption because Red Dead Redemption does this thing where, the first game anyway, where you don't have to play with anybody. You can just be yourself and wander around and do the thing. Same thing with Terraria. You never have to have anybody play with you. And that's one of the things I love about those type of games. Mike Chauncey says, I loaned a book to my brother. I visited him a couple of days later and I saw his son in his bathroom. He told me he was finished with the book. I told him he could keep it. Oh, yeah. Faulty Towers, Only Fools and Horses, open all hours. Still open all hours, Mrs. Brown's Boys. Great UK TV. There's so many good UK shows that, like, we just don't get over here. God, I was watching, I think towards the tail end of me having cable, I was watching, like, whatever Lee Mack shows were on, and Miranda, what's her name? The tall woman, Miranda something. She was like a spin-off of one of the Lee Mack shows. So I was watching a lot of British television. I do have a thing for British television. So, and like it could be the worst thing ever and I would probably watch it because it just sounds better with an English accent. You have to have friends to play with multiplayer games, otherwise it's cancer. Yeah, and I'm such a bad friend too. Like I will really like somebody and be like, "Yes, I really like you." and then we'll move on to something else. And then they're like, wait, what about me? I don't want. Why aren't you playing this game with me anymore? Because I'm not playing this game anymore. You know, I'm just a bad friend, I think. Miranda Hart, that's her name. Yes. I'm a solo player, even in MMOs and first-person shooter games that encourage multiplayer. When I go to team content, I play something else. Not Going Out is a Lee Mack show. Not Going Out's the one I watched, I think. I think it was Not Going Out. It was on forever. It was very sitcom. It was like very sitcom. It was kind of cool. I liked it. God, Not Going Out was one. There was a few of them. I was watching pretty much anything with Mitchell and Webb on it. I love the panel shows. My God, I love all of the British panel shows. That's the only way I can watch half of these comedians anymore is like, what's his name? David Mitchell. He was hosting one. Richard Ayoade was hosting one. I love all of these. Yeah, like never mind the Buzzcocks. Love that one. That's a great panel show. I don't know anything about the British music scene, but man, I love that show. But I mean, that's got Noel Fielding on it though, so that's great. There's so many. Yeah, now I'm like really wanting to go on a British TV show bender. Not Going Out is still going on. Wow, isn't it like on 14 series or something? It's been going forever. It's one of those shows like Men Behaving Badly. It just kind of keeps going. Just keeps coming back. Hi, I'm from Turkey. Well, hello, Turkey. I've got news for you is the bomb. That's, God, what was the one I was watching? I can't remember which one I was watching, though. Like, pretty much any of the panel shows. Like, any time they have, like, the discussions. Or absolutely love those. So I wasn't going to stream, like, a super long time today. What do you guys think? Is there anything... Oh, we do have... Oh no. Okay, this just in. Doomcock needs to stream about this Moonves shit. So, let me do a quick win message. So Doomcock looks like he will be streaming today about this Les Moonves stuff. Yeah, I didn't want to talk too much about the Les Moonves stuff because he's like, oh man, he's like just crazy. Oh man, but yeah, so there will be. It looks like there will be a Doomcock stream coming up sometime. I don't know when. I don't know if you saw that. I guess I got a message like 15 minutes ago when I was blabbing about hating everything. You need a wrench prop. Do I? What happened with wrenchy stuff? Is there people spamming with stuff? I don't see anybody bad. Anyone spamming? Lee Mack on Not Going Out has 3 kids. Okay, Lee Mack on the show has 3 kids now? Because I remember the whole premise of the show was he was roommates with the girl and he wanted to bang her, but she was like kind of a bitch and didn't want to bang him. And that was the whole premise of the show, was that they were not going out. They were not a couple. So is that... is that... Didn't even know about this until I saw Doomcock's tweet. Oh, I got a message. What is his tweet? Now I gotta look. Which tweet? Did he tweet something out? Well, if he's gonna go live, then I'll probably wrap up my stream real quick. No, I mean, like, when Doomcock contacts you to do a live stream, you can wield it like Thor does his hammer. Well, does he have a stream up? I mean, I've got his React video up real quick here. All right, so YouTube. Let me just open up a YouTube one. I've got like a million tabs up. 3:30, he says. Oh, okay, 3:30. That's good. Yeah, on the show he's married his roommate. Oh, okay, so on the show they got married. I didn't know they did that on Not Going Out. Breaking news, the Fox and merger has seemed to gone through. I know, I heard that earlier too. That was one of the things I was wanting to talk about. And then we got sidetracked with Police Academy, which I absolutely love. Okay, here is Doomcock's, let's see. Oh no, that's his video. Cup of coffee. Thank you so much, Delvin Nexter, for the super chat. I really appreciate it, you guys. I do need coffee. I absolutely do. I'm going to try and get Doomcock's stream up here. Live streams. Does he have it scheduled? He does not have it scheduled. Okay, so he doesn't have it scheduled yet. But as soon as I have it scheduled, 3:30 Central, he said. Okay, he's going live at 3:30 Central. I was looking through real quick on my Twitter, but I'm like 2 hours behind on Twitter. So give me 1 second here. I don't want to like kill my stream early, but no, it's absolutely like the whole Les Moonves thing and the merger, and there's so much stuff going on today. I'm assuming that Midnight's Edge is probably going to have some sort of stream or video today because of it, because like Midnight's Edge are the guys who I usually hear the news from. I only happen to see it on my Twitter feed because I happen to be using a lot more Twitter than I normally do. But yeah, like I know that like Midnight's Edge will probably do something about the whole Les Moonves thing. Okay, he's going live at... All I want to do is say is hunt for Mego figures. Oh, he was going looking for the Mego figures too. I think today I am going to be looking for Mego figures. That was the other thing I was going to talk about. So before we wrap up today, let's wrap it up on a nicer note. But yeah, okay, he's going live at 3:30. Got it. Yeah, I didn't even look at my tweet. So this is from a half an hour ago while I was blabbing. Yeah, and I even got the I got a private message here saying, yes, I was going, yeah, this is funny. I don't want to read it, but yeah, he's like, well, he was going to just have a fun day. 3:30 Central, okay, that's good. Very happy about Disney. I don't know if I'm happy about the Disney merger. I don't know. I mean, I don't see it really affecting as much as I think a lot of people will, because we've already got Marvel and Lucasfilm, and I think Lucasfilm was going downhill anyway. I think it's just Kathleen Kennedy. I don't think it's like Disney. I think Disney might have been a catalyst in killing Lucasfilm, but I don't know. I don't know. The Orville is now Disney. Well, you know, okay, when they bought Marvel, when Disney bought Marvel, the Marvel movies didn't really get affected, did they? I'm just saying, I don't think they got affected that much. I mean, Star Wars, yes, but Star Wars would have been screwed over even if, like, Lucas had retired and Kathleen Kennedy had been put in charge. So even if he didn't sell it, and it was still under Lucasfilm, and it was still its own thing, even if it was still its own thing, I think with Kathleen Kennedy in charge, it would have failed. So that's kind of my opinion on that. There's no downside. I don't know if there's I don't know. I mean, I think the downside might be the lack of competition. The downside might be the whole, they want to push everything in the streaming service, and we might lose Disney movies in the theater. Which, you know, I can certainly just, I mean, they're going to be a lot easier to pirate for people who do that, and I totally wouldn't do that or recommend it ever. You know, ever. But, you know, it's going to be a lot easier for people to do that if it's just digital only, I think. And I can't imagine people paying all this money for the streaming service when they could just pay money to a VPN, or they could just, you know, it's crazy. There's always competition. Yeah, I think so. Sav says, gotta go. Bye. See you soon, Random. Well, thank you for being here, Sav. Yeah, we're gonna wrap up here pretty soon. God, I wanted to talk about Migos so much. I really wanted to talk about Target Migos. So, before we go, yeah, monopolies always have downsides. They do, absolutely. So yeah, but like the thing I wanted to talk about today was Migos. I wanted to spend my day hunting for toys, shopping for toys. I can't afford them, but I wanted to spend my day toy shopping for like Migos and all this cool stuff. And you know, thank you guys so much for your awesome, generous, amazing super chats and everything. Like, dude, this is my Mego money right here. I think this is gonna get me some of this. And this is one of the fun things I wanted to talk about today. So, if anybody has not heard the wonderful news, we have Migos are now back at Target. Like today, you can go find them. What's a Mego? Okay, a Mego is a really awesome action figure from the 70s that I was not alive enough to, or I wasn't alive back then to get. But there are these really awesome little action figures, and they have cloth clothes, and they're, you know, reasonable, decent size. And yeah, so they are back. They are back. They have them at Target. They have like Alice from the Brady Bunch, Peg Bundy for some reason, Jimi freaking Hendrix from Woodstock. They have all kinds of cool things. And there's a Dracula one too. There's a lot more. There's a lot more than this. But like, dude, the Kirk and Spock one, isn't this awesome? It is the Mirror Universe And it's a play set. This is the box that it comes in right here. Isn't this cool? Like, I totally want this. I really need this. Available on 7/29. Really? Available on... Oh. Shipping. Available on 7/29. Yeah, so I'm probably going to buy, like, most of those. If I can afford... I won't be able to afford them, but... There's too many scales. I'm sorry. There's too many scales. What did I do? The Mego fund. I know. Not amigos, not amiibos, just it's the Mego fund. So Megos were these really awesome action figures from the 70s. And anybody who's anybody, 10-year-old me would have loved it. Yeah, they made Sulu, they made Chekhov, they have the Mirror Universe one. I kind of want them. I want the I Dream of Jeannie one. I want the Dracula one. I want Jimi Hendrix. I want the Kirk and Spock one for sure. Because, like, seriously, like, Mirror Universe stuff, like, original TOS, that is definitely the stuff I want. And I'm a bit of a toy person. Like, I have Terraria toys. I'm not a kid. I buy the Terraria figures. I buy all kinds of stuff, but... I remember those kind of toys. Awesome. And I was having stutters on the stream. I am sorry if you guys are having stuttering on the stream. It is probably a good time to kind of wrap it up, but... I say we need the 1/8 scale, 1/12, and 1/16. That's it, and 1.1. Yeah, like, oh, 1:1 scale figure. Do you imagine how expensive that would be? I saw, like, a life-size Darth Vader made out of Legos once, and it was, not cheap, from what I remember. And, like, a life-size Yoda made out of Legos. I think these are probably FAO Schwartz things. Back in Vegas. But I'm so sorry if you guys are getting stutters. It's probably... I don't know, probably just from YouTube today. I'm not dropping any frames, so I'm so sorry. I've noticed that on other streams too. People like get a lot of stuttering. That'll keep part of Spock's goatee. Thank you so much, Brad Noble. I really appreciate it. Good show. Well, thank you so much, DJD Show. Sometimes it freezes in a few seconds. That's YouTube. Yeah, you guys can probably lower your quality a little bit. I stream at 60 frames per second at 1080, so hopefully it's not really too bad to watch, but God, we got a Doomcock stream coming up today. Aren't we lucky? He's streaming so much like crazy today. And yeah, and last night. Were you guys awake for last night's stream? He streamed till like 2 a.m. It was really awesome. Is that the Bill and Ted guitar riff? That is the Bill and Ted guitar riff. I'm back, sitting in the garden watching you. Oh, well, thank you so much. They hate us. Cause our freedoms. Aw. I stick to 720 60 frames so my computer doesn't have a heart attack. That works too. And with YouTube, streaming on YouTube is great because you guys can always lower the quality. With Twitch, there was no way to lower the quality. And like on Twitch, you kind of want 1080p 60 frames because that's what people want to watch you at. And so many people, like with gaming, you'll have a Twitch stream on one computer and you'll have your game or one monitor and your game on another. And a lot of Twitch streamers have the multi monitor setup like I have, so. And I have the dual monitors, which is great because I've got a nice hand-me-down kind of less than perfect monitor, and then I've got my new one that I bought when I got my computer, which is great. And this computer is not doing too bad for me. I got it right before a lot of the Bitcoin miners, or I bought the parts for it right before the Bitcoin miners were making everything expensive. Do you have the resolution on auto? I picked 144 and it's coming in now. I'm so sorry. I do not sleep. I'm a vampire. Just joking. I sleep 2 hours. I am up all night, and I probably only slept maybe 4 hours today, 4 or 5 hours. So I'm probably a little loopy myself because I was up late with just chatting with like. So when you do a live stream and stuff, you know, you kind of chat for 2 hours, and so I was watching Doomcock stream, and you mean wannabe miners? Boo! What do you mean boo? Yeah, I want to keep this under 2 hours for sure. But you guys are so awesome and amazing. I love doing these streams because I can just kind of hang out and chat. And I didn't have like a video plan today because I don't know if I have enough. I don't know if I'm like a news sort of person. I don't know if I want to do like all of the latest news stuff. But when I stream something and when I do talk about it, I try and at least give you guys a little bit of an opinion on stuff. I'll sleep when I'm dead, which will happen faster from lack of sleep. It's a vicious cycle. Anyone want some coffee? Yeah, like hot coffee is good. Alright, so we got a good, what, half an hour before the Doomcock stream starts. So that's enough time to, have a bio break, grab a snack, smoke them if you got them, drop it if you got it, I don't know, drink up, whatever. Oh, well, we covered some good stuff. I did at least get to talk about Megos a little bit. I'm gonna have to change out my stream to that less Moonves stuff. Oh, less Moonves. Am I spelling his name right? I don't even know if I'm spelling his stupid name right. Is it Moonves? I don't know how to say his name. How do you say your name? That's how you say it. Okay. And comma. Comma is good. Don't smoke, I vape. Yeah, I don't smoke either. I don't vape either. Moonves. Good, good, good. You're always 140. I'm so sorry. That might be an internet issue. Because sometimes it depends on the stream. Like if I'm watching Nerdrotic, it drops all the time. If I'm watching Doomcock, I never have a problem with it. So I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. And some of like the Geeks and Gamers streams I don't have a problem with, but like my channel they do. So no thanks. I've had 8 cups of coffee. I'm at 360. It looks fine. Awesome. Hopefully 360 works for you guys, because at least I can push out the highest resolution. Do you customize Megos? I have never actually had the pleasure of owning one, so that's why I'm super excited about these, because I wanna get them and I wanna just have them on my shelf because they're awesome. That is awesome. Like, and this is one of those things that like I'm such a toy collector, and I always wish I was older than I was, so I always want the old toys. I want the God. If somebody handed me like Garloo, the Great Garloo, I would A, know what it is, and B, be super appreciative, because those things are expensive as balls if they were. But yeah, if somebody handed me something like that, I would know what it is and be very appreciative. So, I'm gonna make sure my joints are still all in place. Also, reposition the damn cat who's holding down my back. My mom should have the same hair color and style as you. Oh, well, thank you. If you like it, hopefully. Yeah, did you guys want to see the cat? You know, I should exploit the cat. Let me go get him. I think I hear him scratching. I'm gonna go get my cat. There's the boy. Here's the boy. Here's the boy. He was sleeping. See, this is Zabu. This is Zabu. He is the bestest kitty ever. He's the one who ate foam and needed surgery. Yeah. Oh, he's sleepy. He's sleepy. He's so sleepy. I don't want to talk super loud because he's sleepy and he'll get mad. Yeah, he's a good boy. Yeah. Give me kisses? Aw, I love you too. He's tasting me. Miss Gizmo, aw. Quit judging me. What kind of fun to get into? Like the yoga mat stuff that you make costumes out of. Oh, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. Okay, you went down? Alright. Alright. He went down. Oof. He went down. Yeah, he's a kisser. He gives licks and stuff. He's a good boy. The cat has a pie face with one big piece taken out. He kind of does. He's part Siamese. Let's see if I can show his scar. His scar is healing. You cannot see it. His hair's grown back. His scar looks mostly gone. Oh, you can kind of see it right here a little bit. So they had to just cut him completely. None of my cats have ever done that. They prefer to purr until they drool over me. Yeah, the other cat is a drooler. Oh, you're such a big choppy. I don't think he likes it. But yeah, he's mostly a Siamese, but he's got he's like blonde Siamese mixed with regular Siamese, and he's got the little earpieces. It's so cute. Does he game? No, he doesn't. Well, he plays fetch. That's his game. He plays fetch. I usually don't put him on the stream because he's usually like flips out and doesn't want to be held. My previous cat used to give headbutts. Yes, yeah. Like the one cat would be like headbutt just the top of his head. This one will go onto your foot and like headbutt your foot. And it's very adorable, but he also gives kisses. He's very sweet. So that is the guy that had the surgery because he was worth it and he's a good boy. My cousin has a cat called Bat Cat because he looks like he has a mask. Oh, that's so sweet. Because I have to exploit the cat and his stupid $3,000 surgery. Yeah, $3,000 surgery on top of like another $1,000 or so for all the other vet bills. It was so scary. Like I thought he was gonna die because he wouldn't eat, and then like finally he projectile vomited one day, and it's like, okay, I think he ate something. So finally they were like, yes, come take him in for the ultrasound. Okay. So take him in for the ultrasound, and then they finally found something. I specifically looked for a cat you could pick up. Yeah, cats you can pick up for sure. Of course, now I got cat hair all over me. It'll kill creativity for sure. The Disney thing, yeah. So, yeah, we got about half an hour before Doomcock's stream. I had a cat named Batgirl. Aw, that's so sweet. See, I've had Nico, was the one with 3 legs. I think I have pictures of him, but I can't find them quickly. Then Neo was the one who had cancer when he was really young, and like, it really sucks. When you have a cat, like, you don't... How do you explain to them that, you know, you're taking them to a vet to make them feel better? So if it's something like cancer, you know, where okay, well, they're going to be miserable for months if you do, and it'll bankrupt you to keep them alive, and they're going to be miserable. What do you do in that situation, right? You gotta run to the store for a Doomcock stream. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get something to drink for sure, maybe a snack or something. He has a YouTube channel that can be monetized. Oh, Zabu, I think I have some videos of him here and there. I have like a Christmas video where he, his first Christmas present was a little like automated thing that he was batting at. It was like a toy that had the batteries. I'm loving my cat better than me. Yeah, I've been accused of loving cats better than people for sure. for sure. But yeah, it's been really fun. I want to keep this under 2 hours so it doesn't do the buffer thing. But thank you guys so much for hanging out, and hopefully you enjoyed me exploiting the cat for views and likes, and like the stream for the cat. And thank you guys so much for hanging out. I have cat hair on my nose, and I don't want to be just scratching my nose now because I gave him a kiss. But thank you guys so much. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for being awesome. You guys are like the best audience that I could ever wish for. You guys are so amazing, and you guys like hang out with me when I don't even give notice and I don't even have anything to talk about, and I really, really, really appreciate all you guys, and you guys are so amazing, and I love you guys so much. And thank you guys so much for hanging out, and go watch Doomcock in a half an hour. He's gonna be talking about the Les Moonves thing. He's got a video that he just uploaded. If you guys haven't seen it, it's like 4 minutes. Here you go. Here's Doomcock's video. Go watch it. He is a very good friend. He's an awesome guy. And Zabu's back. Zabu's back, and he's going to destroy something, aren't you? Are you gonna destroy? No, you want to say bye to everyone? Yeah, you want? Come on. Do you want to say bye? Do you say bye? He hates us. Do it. Oh, he's a climby. He's a climbing. Okay. Don't climb up there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out as I get attacked by a cat on my head. And I will see you guys at Doomcock stream in a half an hour. Bye!